Hey everyone, Cody here with Let's Talk About Scents, and today I have a special guest with me. This is my wife, Shireen. She goes by Shy though, and today we are going to be talking about Davies out of Melbourne, Australia, created by Shane Davies. He had sent me over 8 bottles, so first and foremost, thank you so very much, Shane, for sending me over your entire collection, as this has pushed our nose to the limit. And with 8 fragrances, there was no possible way that I could do this by myself. So I brought in the help of my wife, and she is going to smell each and every one of these. We're going to put them on a rated system. I'll tell you a little bit of the notes in them, and then we will go from there and hopefully crown 3 of these as the best out of the bunch. So first and foremost, a little bit about Davies Olfactory Manipulators. Olfactory, relating to the sense of smell, and then, as we know, manipulators, to control in a clever way, or to influence.
You know that 8-year coming up on the 30th?
Yeah, we have our 8-year anniversaries coming up on the 30th here. We've been married 8 years, together 11, and hopefully I'll make it to see another birthday after that comment. So, just kidding. Anyway, so Davies is inspired by the Australian bush. These are natural and pure botanical oil, super unique scents, very unique fragrances. I've been dealing a lot with naturals here lately, and these are most definitely different than anything I have ever put my nose on. So, these are all 50 milliliter bottles, and with all this being said, these are going to be our unbiased opinions, unbiased review here, as always, and we're just going to get into it. So, the first one that is going to be up here, honey, is Wisp. They're all abbreviated. Absolutely love this. They all have a Y, so you have Wisp, Minx, then there's going to be Mist. They're all in abbreviation. It's super, super neat the way it's done. Love the bottles with the tinted glass. And then Shane has included some hand-painted bottles as well in here. So we have a little bit of mixture. So first one up is going to be Wisp. I'll tell you a little bit about it here. All right. First thing on this one, it says notes of Australian sandalwood, wattle, tea tree, lemon, and myrtle. Says this fragrance alone is known to change the scent to suit the person who wears it. So really interesting. Never heard of anything like that. I mean, but I guess that would be the same concept as subjectiveness, and then being on the skin. The body chemistry is going to be different with whoever has it on. Yeah. So what I get from it immediately before you have a chance is a ton of that lemon. A ton of lemon and a ton of myrtle. Don't get much sandalwood. I did wear this one around on my skin, and on the dry down, I got a lot of that sandalwood, but it was a very sharp sandalwood. Normally in fragrances that are synthetic, and so I get a very creaminess on a sandalwood. It's a very smooth palette, and on this one, it was really sharp. Almost like just fresh, just broke off sandalwood. Yeah. As natural as it could possibly be.
I feel like a little bit would go a long way.
Yes, so that one
is very strong.
That one I do like. I love. Nice. I mean, you love lemon.
I like
it. Lemon is exactly what you like. So, what are? Let's see. I need a pen here. What are you going to rate this one? 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. Now remember, you have 8 to go through. So, the understanding that you can't say 10 right off the bat, or
I'm gonna go with a 5.5.
5.5. All right, a little low on Wisp there. I expected a little more with that love for lemon out of Wisp. It's a lot of lemon. I got it. It's a strong lemon. I understand. All right, next up is going to be Vibes. It's this one right here. Immediately, whenever I pop the cap on this one, it is very potent. So
I really love the bottles. They're just
yes.
Really unique.
Oh, I really like that one in comparison to Wisp. That is so toned down compared to what that one was. On this one, it says...
I don't know, not compared to Wisp.
It says vanilla, baronia, lemon myrtle, spice and pepper.
Spice for sure.
There's a lot of spice in that one. This one says that Shane created this with with the intent for his friend that had a fetish for citrus. So
see, I would get that more from Wisp.
With that lemon, just having that bitter citrus. I understand.
This is more spice to me.
That does have a lot of spice in it. Maybe more of the rind of citrus, more of that bitter. See, I get an orange peel. I get the peeling, like like just the rind of the orange. So not like a sweet orange, but a very, very bitter. And then that spice in the background. So, all right. What you got on this one?
3.
Whoa, that's...
I'm being honest.
Yikes, I know. You killed me. See, I'd put that one at an 8. Easy. Right off the bat. All right. So...
But you're the one that always says scents are so subjective.
I know.
And they really
We are talking...
And me and you really do differ a lot on...
I agree. We are talking subjectiveness. I mean, that is why I brought you into this was... I mean... I needed a completely unbiased, completely different opinion whenever it comes to these. So I got it. Up next is going to be Minx. That's going to be the one that I think you like. Now I do know you to the extent this says Christmas comes in summer. So on this one, it says reminds of family Christmas celebration with notes of blue cypress, manuka, and paper bark. It says our older customers like this a lot. So you are such an old soul and such a grandma, and I figured that is absolutely.
This one.
That
so
one
far
is you. That's
is
it.
my favorite.
I figured as much.
I mean, it's strong, but
All right.
I like it.
What are we putting on this one?
8.
Nah, I figured. I knew it. You're 90 years old, stuck in a 31-year-old body.
I'm not 31 yet.
You're getting there.
Yeah,
November will be right around the corner. Don't worry. All right.
It's the kids.
Up next, guys, is going to be Mist. Getting a lot of Wisp off this one. Golly, the atomizer on that one is ridiculous. That's exactly. It is Mist. That's exactly why it sprayed out like that.
Oh, it is. That's crazy.
Shoo. Ooh. That one has got a punch off the start.
My mouth.
Wow. So big.
Not in a bad way. Just
very large burst.
Yeah.
It is. On this one, it says the feeling of the night walk through the bush, through the Australian bush.
That's crazy. I feel like that's such a good picture.
I mean, it was right off the bat. Yep. So usually it says, so Mist on this one, it says notes of licorice, blue gum, oak moss, and vetiver develop into the darkness and the darkness of the Australian forest. Strong geranium smell to it as well.
The dry down's better than that first initial spray, because that first spray was like, whoo.
I get a ton of that earthy vetiver.
But the more it's drying down.
Very earthy vetiver, and like big punch of that earthy vetiver, and then those floral, like from that geranium.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a 7.
A 7 on that one. All right. I do like that. That is really...
these around, because I don't know, but those two...
Yeah, I really enjoy Mist.
Our first reaction with that, it was gonna be.
No, like that initial that punch. Well, it got you, and there was a lot that shot out of it. So it's very strong. I would say it's a little bit harsh on the opening, but then as soon as it dried down, it's really nice. So on the skin, for that to soak in, would be a really nice wear.
Yeah.
Like if you.
There's a lot of fragrances that you have and
that on the opening and stuff.
I'm not big on it that first, 30 seconds to a minute, and then I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Again, subjectiveness. I mean, that's what we're saying. And I mean, I've worn stuff for a month before, and just tried to make it work, and then it clicked for me, and it'd be like Una Tamam. Whenever I first got that from Nishani, that scent from Turkey black licorice all day long, but to accept and appreciate that dry down when it came in, and you start getting that sweetness and that amber, and it has a very rich earthy smokiness to it. It's really, really enjoyable, and it just takes, sometimes they just take time. Well, and that's why I like to wait on my reviews too. Like I don't want to do them or rush them or any way. I want to wear the fragrances and really get a grasp of what they truly are. And so
you really do. You put a lot into
and that's
all of this.
And that's what you're supposed to.
And what's really crazy is you'll have something on, and then you'll pick up our son, and it'll rub off on him, but it'll smell totally different than what it is on you.
The body chemistry, chemistry, subjectiveness. It will literally change a fragrance so much. I mean, that's why giving recommendations to people is super awesome, and it's great. But always sample. No matter what somebody says, if somebody says, "Man, this is the greatest fragrance of all time," you're gonna absolutely love it. Sample it first, because what smells good on them might not smell great on you. I mean, that's just the way that it goes. So, I mean, I've had fragrances come in that are considered masculine fragrances that are supposed to be for me, and I spray them on Shahir, and they're way better. Or on my daughter wears every single fragrance that comes through this door that I own. She puts it on.
Yeah.
And they smell totally different on her. So, and she will rock them. She will go to school. She's in second grade, and she would go to first grade and help herself and wear them and get so many compliments from her teachers and people at school. Like, "Man, you smell so good." And she's like, my daddy does this.
She's knowledgeable.
Yeah, she knows what she's talking about. It's super great. All right, enough rambling.
We love our kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do, this one is Away. Sprayer went away on that one. It didn't pump out right there for a second. All right, this one is going to be my least favorite out of them. So
there has to be citronella.
Oh my God! Listen, no joke.
That is like you just lit a citronella candle or torch.
No joke. I have to read this passage.
I mean, no offense.
Right here. No, it's not going to be offensive, because Shane has wrote right here: designed for the Australian summer. Away repels the flies while welcoming friends and family with notes of lemon, myrtle, lemon, eucalyptus, kunzé, and manuka, and created this after a conversation about insect repellents.
That is
so he came up with it. So
because I've not.
It says insect repellents often smell unpleasant. At our next summer barbecue, we tried it out and received lots of compliments from our guests about the scent. So it was made to. So it was made to repel.
About wearing it as a fragrance,
right?
But
so
I mean,
so it is designed.
Confident to get rid of some bugs.
So it was designed.
It's a classier way to.
I mean,
repel
it is.
The bugs,
it absolutely
is.
If
I was going out, I guess.
Well, yeah. If you're not
if
gonna,
this like legitimately would work to repel.
Listen to this.
That would be a great idea.
If I'm going out to mow the yard, I would wear this fragrance.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the idea.
I mean,
around here, people tell you, like, there's all these wives' tales of, well, put fabric sheets inside your shirt collar, and that'll keep bugs off of you. No, just wear Away.
Yeah.
I mean, and then, who knows, subjectiveness, somebody might, I'm sure there's tons of people that love the smell of citronella candles. I mean, that has to be. And then the eucalyptus, I would imagine when it dries down, maybe there's a softer side to it. But off the start, we're going to say...
It's citronella.
Okay, so for the smell, I know it's going to be rated low.
Well, that's like I hate.
But
to
I was going to say
low,
for the use,
but as far as like
for
a
the usage,
fragrance, like to wear every day to smell good, I'm going to go with a 2.
Okay,
that's just me.
Well, no. I knew I would put it low too. I would have it in a 4. If we're going to go based off of use, how much use and ingenuity that would go behind this fragrance. I mean, this is a solid 10 for it having a double standard, for having a double use.
It's so hard for me, though, because, like, sitting here listening to the backs of each one of these looking at the bottles and knowing how much goes into making a fragrance, like, I hate just judging it off of scent, because I want to judge off so much more. Because these fragrances are more than just scents.
Yeah,
but
it's an art. I mean, this fragrance to me is art. I explained it in one of my videos. I'm sure. I mean, you watched it. Whenever whenever you create, you have to wait for those ingredients to meld together, just like an artist making a brush stroke on a canvas. Yeah. They step back to look at it the same way as you create this. You fill it full of ingredients. You step back, smell it, see if it's right, and then if it's not, go back and tweak with it or whatever until you get it right. fragrance is art. I mean, it's all, and then the beautiful thing is art. Here, hold it. I'll read it. There's something about this one that I really enjoy.
It's gonna be the dry down that's probably the best. It's gonna be one of those.
So you just said lavender.
Is it lavender?
Good nose. All right. It says with notes of Australian wattle, Tasmanian lavender, orange, and clove. Blend calms the soul and relaxes the body. So it says during the first lockdown, he had a friend who was struggling with being isolated. And he created this for her, and she said that it really helped her feel connected during the long lockdowns. So,
well, I'm not kidding, it's changing a lot. And honestly, it might be...
So what I enjoy about it...
I'm going to say a 6.
Okay, so what I enjoy about it is the clove. Yeah. I love clove. Clove is such a unique note in fragrance, and when it's done right, like it's so nice and so balanced in this. Like it is really blends so well with that lavender. Just that perfect smell of just smooth and creamy lavender with just that very toned down spice from that clove.
We're doing 1 through 8, not 1 through 10, because there's 8 fragrances.
Yeah.
But
I said you're rating 1 through 10. Your ratings, like a star rating, like a 1 to a 10 on your rating.
We're gonna get to a 10 though.
Well, you have 2 more to try and hit a 10. You said climb was a 6, so
I should probably just let you do the math kind of stuff.
We're not. At the end, it's just going to be the top 3. So if this one's 8, it's obviously in the lead. So you need another one to beat it out. Yeah, math's not your strong suit. All right. So on this one, we've got Cyst, another painted bottle here.
It's never going to want to do another video with me.
No, you're fine. I love it. I love having you. I'm not going to spray it on you this time. All right. Whoa, hang on.
What was that again?
Cyst.
Ooh.
There's a spice, a strong, astringent spiciness to that. It says weekends are filled with sport in Australia.
Like
I know exactly what it is.
I want to compare it to something and I can't think of it.
You've got it. Like I know, say it. Because you were right on the lavender in the last one, and I'm telling you. It says Cyst was inspired by smells of the locker room, deep heat, disinfectant, and sweat.
Cleaner, yes.
But with pain comes healing with notes of wintergreen, musk, peppermint, eucalyptus. Cyst takes you from the unpleasance of injury to warm, soothing scent of recovery.
It's gonna sound...
I get a ton of that wintergreen and eucalyptus in that.
It's gonna sound kind of like double-edged sword or however you'd want to put it, because obviously fragrances have essential oils in them. But that's what I feel like a lot of these are just raw essential oils.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like,
yeah, well, that's what they are. They're all botanical oils. They are they are all natural, just pure oils. Well, that's what it is. That's what these are.
It smells like a cleaner.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
And just because I wouldn't want to smell like that, I'm going to go with a 1 on that one.
Okay, so that is the lowest. Oh, I understand.
I only have 1 more. But...
I got you. All right, last one. Love the name of this one. It's going to be Villain. All right. There we go. So, I like this one. All right, so Villain says, leaves you with a musky, earthy tones of amber, Australian sandalwood, sweet orange, and bergamot, bearing aromas of lemon myrtle, lemon gum tree, and paper bark. It's musky, lemon, ton of that bitter rind from the orange, again on that one, bergamot, very bitter bergamot. Very bitter. Like, I mean, the bergamot is very bitter. Says a homage to the great perfume houses of France. Layering, blending each type of scent, Villain takes you on a journey of strong citrus notes. I mean, that's what I get. Strong, just rind, very bitter citrus.
I like it okay, but
I would give that one a 6 out of them. I really like just the bitter bergamot
I was
citrus
gonna say
notes.
between 4 or 6.
4 or 6. So we'll put you at a 5 then, and then that way you're a sweet spot in the middle. All right. Now we're going to add these real quick and then tell the top 3. Last one is going to go to Cyst with its 1. Sorry, Cyst. She doesn't want to smell like locker room. It's like really medicine from the locker room.
Cleaner.
But in the top place, we have Minx.
Yeah, that was good.
Minx
is... I'm an old lady.
Minx, you are an old lady. It's Christmas. I mean, that's what it is. Like the holiday.
Yeah.
It is so nice. It is very mellow, very nice. And then the next one was going to be Mist with a 7 here. And that one, yeah. See, that was nice too. So you really enjoyed just the toned down, just very lighter, very lighter, fresh, and then in the third spot was Climb. That was the one that you put in the third. So had lavender and the orange. That was the one that had the lavender in it, very soft and made for the friend in isolation. So that's awesome.
But they're all great scents,
They are
though.
all
great.
They
all have.
They really
all
are
unique, and I love the bottles and just having backstories, and I don't know, I like them all.
Well, yeah, and really for Minx to hit an 8 out of 10, like that's huge. So I mean, I could not bring every fragrance out of my collection out here, and all of them hit an 8 out of 10.
There's a lot that I don't like.
Right.
But then there's some that I love. I mean, but obviously that's just the way it goes.
Right. You heard it. All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap it up. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. That way you can stay tuned for what we have next. I want you to look good, smell good, and feel good. And remember to go and check out Davies. I'm going to leave everything in the description below. This has been my wife, and I will most definitely have her back for plenty of reviews to come. So, thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next time.